So our video is looking and sounding pretty decent. We have a great story here. He's teaching us how to make these ice cream treats. But one big thing that this is missing is music. Now, inside of CapCut, if you go over to the audio tab here in our upper left panel, there is music that you can use. Now, this music is only cleared for TikTok, as far as I know. And so I would be careful about using this music. Although this is really convenient, it's really easy. It's something that you're only cleared as far as copyright goes if you're uploading this to TikTok. And so if you're on YouTube, they have different usage rights and all of that stuff. So I would be cautious about using the music that's built in here, although it is really nice to have. And they have some great stuff. Yeah, that's nice. Something I would really recommend if you're going to be making a lot of YouTube videos is to subscribe to a music subscription service that gives you usage rights and has quality tracks and everything like that. But if you're just starting out and you don't want to jump into something like that, I'd recommend checking out the YouTube music library. If you go to studio.youtube.com, here in YouTube Studio, there should be an option here called Creator Music towards the bottom of this left menu. And this is where you can license music. You can either pay to license tracks. They also have quite a few different free tracks that you can go and search through. And if you go over to Browse, you can just try a whole bunch of different tracks. You can search by different genres and moods, whether or not they have vocals, beats per minute, length, that kind of thing. And they do have some good stuff in here. So I would go in and find some music that you like, that you think is going to work for your video, and you can download the MP3 for free, and it'll tell you some details about the licensing and that kind of thing, but you can generally use them for YouTube, which is great. I'm going to go to my library because I've already selected a few tracks that I thought would work for this video. So feel free to pause this video right here and search for these tracks. I can't give these tracks to you in our downloads because of licensing and that kind of thing, but you can go to your YouTube Studio and search for Staycation by Corbin Kites, Forever by Anno Domini Beats, Sunset Dream by Cheel. I think I'm going to use Staycation and Forever. And once you download those to your computer, you can either click this import button or you can just drag them in. So I'm just going to drag these MP3s in to our media panel here. And just like any clip, you can click them to play. Yeah, kind of chill. I like that. And so I'll just take this and drag this down to one of the lower tracks. And again, any track that I stack here is going to play at the same time as the other audio. So I think I'll just trim this up a little bit. Just start this somewhere like this. And you'll notice one thing right away.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Getting Sweet.
That music is pretty loud.
Today, we've got a special treat. We're going to be making bananas.
Okay. So generally, if you have music under somebody talking, you want the music to be a lot quieter. Most of the time, if you select the music and go up to your basic controls here, you can take this volume down, and I would take it down 15 or 16 dB, something like that. Let's try with minus 17.
Split sundaes and ice cream cookie sandwiches. Oh man, we have so much ice cream. We got syrup, we got whipped cream, we got sprinkles, we got the cherries. This is gonna be a lot of fun. Let's go.
All right. I like right here after he says let's go and that beat kicks in. Let's make that a little bit stronger. So I'm gonna move this over.
Let's go.
And right there where that hits, I'm gonna make a little marker. Right there. That's pretty much where it happens. I'll just hit M for marker. And let's put this right there at the edge of our edit.
A lot of fun. Let's go.
Yeah, you see what we're doing?
So the first thing we're gonna do is work on our banana split sundae. I'm gonna take my...
And as we cut to this full screen graphic, I want that music to get a little bit louder because he's not talking under it. So I want it to come up to the average level that we were hearing when he was talking. And so to do that, I can actually animate the volume. And so I'm going to do this with a concept called keyframes. And if you're not familiar with keyframes, a keyframe is just telling a property of a clip to be a certain value at a certain time. And so what I can do is move my playhead to about where I want this to start changing volume. And so let's just say right about there. And I can go up here to my volume, and right next to this, you see this little diamond. If you click on this diamond, that'll add a keyframe. That's just saving this value, this -17, at this exact time, 21 seconds and 17 frames, okay? We also see there's a little diamond added here to this volume line. Then I can move over right here to the marker, and I'm going to change this volume. I'll take this volume and push it up to like -6 or so. And look what happens. Now there's this other little diamond, and there's a little ramp. This line kind of goes up a little ramp here. So now if we listen to this.
Let's go. Fun. Let's go.
It raises the volume up a little bit. And let's do the same thing for the end of this. Right before he starts talking, let's start turning this down. And so I'm going to add a keyframe here and then move forward a few frames and turn this back down to -17, somewhere in there. Okay. And now we have this little bump here in our keyframes, and I can grab the middle of this and move this up and down. You can see it's a lot more extreme now, but we're just going to keep that to, -5.2, something like that. Let's listen.
This is going to be a lot of fun. Let's go. So the first thing we're going to do is work on our...
And we can see this kind of moving as we play this back. Check this out. This is fun. So as I play this back, watch what happens.
So the first thing we're going to do is work on our...
Pretty cool. And so now we have our music getting louder when it needs to, and it's quiet when it needs to be as well. And now we're off to a great start. It's a matter of playing this back and making sure we like the music under it.
Ice cream in the bowl first. Right out. Easy peasy. So I'm going to go ahead and put a couple of scoops into our bowl here. And we got our sprinkles.
I don't know if I like that part.
Do a nice little back and forth with the chocolate. We're going to take our strawberry. Whoop. Get a little bit of that on there.
Kind of sounds a little bit too dramatic. And so I think I might chop this off before we get to that point.
Nice layer of whipped cream on first. Oh, there we go. Boom, look at that. We should add a drizzle of some syrup. We got chocolate and strawberry. Boom, look at that. We should add a drizzle.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and cut that off right there.
What I like to do is
we're just going to kind of loop this, I think.
Put a nice layer of whipped cream on first.
So what we can do is just hit Control B, and then I can hold down Alt and drag this over like this. Look at this.
Look at that. We should add a drizzle of some syrup. We got chocolate and strawberry. So what I'm just going to do is...
And we can just kind of duplicate this a couple times.
We should add a drizzle of some syrup. We got chocolate and strawberry. I'm just going to do is do a nice little back and forth with the chocolate. We're going to take our strawberry, get a little bit of that on there. Then we got our sprinkles.
And what the heck, we'll just do this a couple more times.
And then to top it off, just like that. And boom, you are set. One banana split sundae. Everybody's gonna like that one.
Let's do one more maybe.
Boom, you are set. One banana split sundae. Everybody's gonna like that one.
Yeah, that's nice. You can drop the music out if it feels intentional. And I think this feels intentional.
Sundae. Everybody's gonna like that one. Okay.
Yeah. Everybody's going to like that one. That's kind of a nice little button. Now we could start some different music if we want to, because we've just about beaten this into the ground. So let's grab the other one, the staycation one. And let's just take this down to about minus 17 or so. Let's just put that right here in the track after it. We'll just start that right about there.
Everybody's gonna like that one. Okay, so now that we've got our...
Yeah, everybody's gonna like that one. Boom.
Like that one. Okay, so now that we've got our banana split sundae done, let's move over to the cookie sandwich. Now what we have are these jumbo chocolate chip cookies. They're gonna be a great base for our sandwiches. And we're just gonna lay a nice...
I'm just gonna try and find a good part here that's nice and energetic. Here we go.
Banana split that out about where I want.
Just mute this other track real quick. Yeah, right there. So we'll just cut that right about there and have this come in. Yeah, okay.
Okay, so now that we've got our banana split sundae done, let's move over to the cookie sandwich. Now what we have are these jumbo chocolate chip cookies. They're gonna be a great base for our sandwiches. We're just gonna lay a nice big scoop right there in the middle.
Okay,
and what I'm
this
gonna
needs
do is
to be
I'm
a
gonna
little
use
bit
a knife
quieter.
to help push that down, spread that out about where I want it to go. Then I'm gonna take another cookie and smash that guy right down on top.
All right, and we're gonna cut to something.
Thank you so much for joining me while we make these delicious treats. Let me know in the comments below, which one do you prefer? The banana split sundae? The ice cream sandwich? Huh? Don't forget to stay sweet.
All right, so again, we're just going to kind of cut this roughly, and we're gonna come back and adjust this as the video progresses, but cool. And that's our next pass with our music. Next, we'll get to just filling out the rest of the content for the video.